Hey guys, it's me again. Wanted to just give a little update on what I've been doing and what's currently going on with me in PoE. So unfortunately, my Adziri guy died with the Adziri's Reflection. That Doji Skin occultist. I was in a delve and I was in a lava map and I had +2 projectiles and those little fucking totems just shot like a billion of their freaking projectiles and they killed me. So I did end up dying to large amounts of small damage, which I didn't see coming, but that's what happened. So yeah, died of that, and then I rolled a couple other characters just to like try it out, but I ended up ripping on those two, so I was kind of like, whatever. So I'm pretty much done with Delve at this point, so I am back in Standard League. For those of you who recently subscribed to me or are kind of new to my channel, I do play Standard a little bit here and there. I don't really map like crazy or actually do a lot of mapping in Standard, but I do like to kind of dump all my items into Standard, sell them, and throw it all into this character that I have open right now. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my hybrid Righteous Fire character. As far as I understand, it's probably the best Righteous Fire character in all of Path of Exile. I really haven't seen any RF characters that are stronger than mine in terms of overall life and energy shield and just everything else I really have with this build. Granted though, I am in Standard and I have poured hundreds of exalts into this character, so it's obviously super min-maxed. So right now my character's sitting at 29.9k life and energy shield. However, I have one item that's still sort of in progress, and that is my necklace. I still need to metacraft this. I ideally just need to get T1 life, T1 energy shield. Once I get those, my life will be at 6.6k, and my energy shield will be right at about 24k. So once I finish metacrafting this amulet, I'll be sitting at about 30.5k energy shield. From what I've seen, all the builds in temporary leagues only at maximum get up to about 24k life and energy shield, or about 22k energy shield if it's just CI. So this build clearly surpasses that. Of course, obviously, because it's in Standard, I do have legacy items, so that's one reason why I surpass all of the temporary league Righteous Fire characters. But I'll just kind of go over my gear and sort of make a little kind of update as to what I've changed. So essentially the main thing I have changed is my necklace. I've decided to drop my Presence of Chayula that I used to have, which is this guy right here. The reason why I decided not to really use this anymore is because all it really gives me is cannot be stunned and 60% chaos res. Other than that, a Presence of Chayula really doesn't do anything. I did have the additional curse on it, so there was that factor, but I felt like I was missing out on a lot of attributes and stats and just defenses by running this, so I decided to drop it. So after chaos spamming, I think over 2,500 chaos, I very, very luckily happened to hit Tier 2 strength, Tier 2 attributes, and Tier 1% attributes. This is basically exactly what I was looking for, and I got extremely, extremely lucky to hit this in only 2,500 chaos. I did not think I was going to hit it. I was about to fork over like 200 exalts to get a base like this one here, but I just happened to hit it. I got, again, extremely lucky. I also managed to craft this thing along the way. I just chaos spammed all these, and then I hit, and then I annulled some kind of useless stat on it, and then just multi-modded it, and so it turned out to be a really good quant life and percentage fizzes extra cold agate amulet there. But yeah, this amulet's fucking insane. I can't believe I got this amulet. Um, but anyways, I'll kind of go over this character for those of you that haven't seen my previous updates and build, I guess, guides to this character. I did have a number of videos previously that I've made, but they're kind of old. So yeah, so since my last kind of updates, I have gained about I will gain about 2.5k more energy shield. I think in my last update video, I had about 28k energy shield. So once I just finish crafting this necklace, I'll get up to about 30.5k energy shield. So finally breaking that 30k energy shield mark with no gimmicks, no mana guardians with me, no headhunter mods. So this is literally sitting in hideout all by myself, no party. I have 30k energy shield, so that's pretty fucking insane. I don't know of any other character in this whole game that has that much energy shield and life combined that I've ever seen. So yeah, as of right now, I think my character is like number one. I really wish you could use PoE Ninja to check, but unfortunately PoE Ninja doesn't have standards, so I can't actually check. But anyways, so this is a Mana Guardian hybrid character. However, I don't stack mana. That's one important thing to kind of realize. My mana is 4k, but I don't stack it. I actually stack strength. So my strength right now is at a pretty whopping 1550. It's not like Erikin's 3000 strength. Scion, I don't need 3000 strength, frankly. I only need 1500, and this is an absurd amount of strength for this character. 1550, it's pretty much as high as it gets. There's little things I can make better, but pretty much everything that can have strength on my gear has strength. So Dune Kubriari, kind of obvious. Even all Mana Guardians basically use this, so no surprise here. Obviously, since I'm stacking strength and mana, obviously using Shaper's Touch, also really no surprise there. This gives crazy amounts of energy shield per 10 strength, and it also gives mana per 4 strength. And I do get some life per 4 dex, so also not really useless. Shaper's Touch are extremely strong gloves. And then I have +2 AoE gems. I keep my discipline and vitality set up in here, so I have a level 23 vitality and a level 23 discipline. Next item is Alberon's Warpath. Main reason I'm using these is for the 20% increased movement speed, 18% increased strength. 18% increased strength is really the big one. 18% increased strength. These boots give me roughly 180, 190 strength, I believe. I actually path of building to see if a mirrored pair of energy shield boots would beat these, and while they are about, I think, 100 energy shield higher, I lose out on the fact that I lose 180 strength, and 180 strength does a lot of other things for my build in terms of damage. So I think Alberon's Warpath are fine. They're also very cheap, actually. So if you're kind of looking to replicate this build, this is a very cheap item to get. It's still kind of expensive with the highest percent strength and the regen 2% of life and mana, but overall it's a pretty cheap gear slot. My other items I have is basically where it gets a lot more expensive. My belt, if you guys saw my last video, the belt hasn't changed. This belt is the same. I also actually chaos spammed this belt. I chaos spammed the suffixes. Ended up getting the T1 attributes, percent attributes. That's again really important. I got the tier 2 strength, and then I also hit Chaos Res, which is actually great, because now I'm not running Presence of Chayula, so Chaos Res is pretty nice. So this belt turned out to be really good. And then life would have probably been better than armor, but not really a too big of a deal. Pretty much couldn't really ask for a better belt here. My helm, a lot of people, or I guess not a lot of people, but I think a lot of people would ask, why do I not use an Elder helm with socket of gems do burning damage, socket of gems with conk effect. Why don't I use that kind of helm? And why do I use this mirrored hubris instead? Well, the reason is I have 30,000 energy shield in life. That being said, my righteous fire already does a insane amount of flat fire damage, and I don't really need extra damage. Like I said, most righteous fire builds run around 10k total like health pool. I have triple that, so I don't need the extra damage. In fact, I don't need the extra damage to the point where I don't even run burning damage. I'm running an item quant gem because I am playing on standard. And if you're playing on standard, honestly, you should be running an item quantity gem because it's literally the best gem like in the game. So I don't need the damage. That's basically put is why. I am still using this helm. Does still have the horror enchant, and it still has the legacy energy shield rolls, and it also has chaos res, so that's another little spot where I get some chaos res from. So yeah, this helm's pretty good. Unfortunately, the person I mirrored it off didn't have a better enchant on it. Obviously, like 40% RF damage would have been better, but lightning golem buff effect isn't the end of the world. It still gives me what is that, somewhere around 20% attack cast speed, so it's not too bad. Like 25%, I think, or 26. But yeah, so I run my RF in here. My energy, or my chest, is a legacy Joffrey Sanctuary. Important thing to note is its legacy before they reduced the max ES, but it was after they buffed the +2 max ES per 5 strength. So this item used to be only +1 maximum energy shield, then they buffed it to +2, and for a short period of time it was in this condition where it had +2 maximum energy shield per 5 strength, and it still had the, I believe it was like, I think it was like 60 to 80 maximum energy shield. However, they nerfed the maximum energy shield, but they kept the +2 max ES per 5 strength. So mine is right in the best version. It's basically when it before they nerfed that max energy shield. And then I also got the +1 max all res. And might also be asking, why am I not running a mirrored energy shield chest with like 900 energy shield and like +55 intelligence or anything like that? Simply put, is because this Joffrey's actually beats that. So if I actually factor in my 1550 strength, this energy shield, this Joffrey Sanctuary, is actually a 931 energy shield chest. Along with the fact that I also saved 2 points for not needing to pick up Zealot's Oath. It also has 18 all res. It also has 61 maximum life. It has 1 max all res, and it also has, on top of all of that, 680 armor. So this chest actually destroys any mirrored energy shield Val Regalia on standard, with the conditions that I have, obviously being 1550 strength. I don't know of any mirrored legacy Val Regalia that can beat this. So this is the best in slot chest for my build specifically. My shield, this is Akfax Morbid Fend. This shield is pretty nuts for a number of reasons. It has 40 all res, which is insane. It has 50 strength, of course. We always need the strength, so 50 strength there. And I'm hybrid, so I decided to go with a hybrid shield. So this one has 114 life, and it also has 400 energy shield. Obviously, I could have gotten a little higher energy shield. I could have gotten with a titanium and went with like a 500 ES shield. However, I decided to go with this one because this one had the 50 strength and it had the 114 life. I think that kind of outweighed the like 150 extra flat energy shield I could have gotten. And this also has some armor, so that's also quite nice. Of course, it has the legacy damage over time. This shield, simply put, it just perfectly fits in for my build, so decided to get this one mirrored by ACFAC, and yeah, not gonna switch it out for anything. My rings, I ended up buying both of these rings some time ago. Similar theme to pretty much a lot of other items: strength, life, maximum energy shield, and then the legacy percent increased maximum energy shield craft that you can't get on rings anymore. This basically, I don't think I could really get much better rings. This ring, the only thing that can really get better on this ring is it's missing the flat energy shield roll. Instead, it has this rarity roll, so that's a little unfortunate, but it's really hard for me to get any better rings than this, realistically. Coming down to my amulet, again, all I really have left to do for this amulet now is craft life and energy shield on the 2 prefixes, and then just get the 20% maximum energy shield crafted prefix, and this amulet is done. So I'm just waiting for some items to sell. Right now I'm literally just dead broke. And yeah, I'll be sitting at about 30.5k energy shield. My flasks, I am using a perfect legacy witchfire. I'm using a perfect legacy dying sun. I'm using a perfect double legacy Rumi's concoction. I'm using an overflowing chalice because it fits in pretty well. And I'm using a bubbling of staunching. I'm thinking I might actually switch out the prefix to just a recovery, because I don't need the instant recovery, just because I have so much energy shield to beef up my total life pool. So I think I might switch that out, but not really important. But yeah, so that's kind of the only updates I have. Here's the tree. Tree's exactly the same from all the other builds. The one little thing is I was able to drop alacrity because now that I have 31 all attributes, I don't need this alacrity anymore. So I picked up this energy shield node here. Everything else is basically exactly the same. Nothing's changed. Still running 4 efficient trainings. Still the same Watcher's Eye with energy shield recovery rate and maximum energy shield, or mana as extra maximum energy shield while affected by clarity, obviously, because, I mean, I think any min-maxed Mana Guardian is going to have this kind of Watcher's Eye. Obviously, I could still upgrade it by getting the 2.5% energy shield regen, but to get that triple stat with these 2 properties would probably cost me around 5 or 10 mirrors, and obviously I don't have that kind of money, so yeah, that's not happening. The other 2 jewels I'm running are Emperor's Might for 6% increased strength, and Emperor's Mastery for 7% all attributes. I do get some life with Discipline Training Constitution because it's just worth the 4 points. Other than that, it's pretty much just all strength, all energy shield, and I do get the hybrid wheels, not converting anything because I'm hybrid, so I don't need to convert them. That's there. And also Heart and Soul, Life, Mana. Am running Mind Over Matter, just to get the extra mana in the back behind it. Mind Over Matter doesn't actually do anything. I think that's about it. I still do focus on my regen, so I have regen everywhere here. And yeah, that's basically the build. So I do think this, in fact, is probably the highest total health pool Righteous Fire character in the entire game. I don't know of any character that's surpassed that. And yeah, it feels pretty. This is kind of what I do when the league's over and I have kind of all this currency left. I just dump it all into this guy, so I'm just going to probably try to finish crafting up this amulet, and then I think I do want to get a Corrupted Onslaught Dune Cabriari, so that's also kind of what I need to work on. That might be the next thing. But yeah, that's just a little update on this crazy guy and sort of an insight onto the character. If you want an actual sort of in-depth guide on how everything sort of functions, and I mean, hopefully you get it by now, but if you want another actual guide, I'll link that in the description below, and you can see my other previous videos on other updates and things like that. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.